This is Chicago Blues Boot Camp. My name is John Kattke, also known around Chicago as Brother John. And today we're going to talk about the song Key to the Highway, which was originally written and recorded by Big Bill Broonzy. Maybe not as famous of a bluesman as some of the guys like Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf that were around in the heyday of Chicago blues, but nonetheless an important influence in the development of Chicago blues. So this is Bill's tune called Key to the Highway, and if you listen back to his original recordings, it's kind of a country blues feel done with acoustic guitar. It's become a standard in the Chicago blues world and has maybe developed or evolved over the years a little bit. So I'm going to show you more of a practical approach of how you would play this song with a band as opposed to some of the more acoustic versions that Big Bill Broonzy recorded. The first thing that you should know about the song is that it uses an 8-bar chord progression, and it's a different chord progression than some of your more typical 8-bar blues. So I'll play it for reference here in the key of A, and the chord changes will go from the 1 to the 5, and then the 4, another bar of 4, then 1, 5, back to 1, and another bar that's basically 1 but often incorporates a turnaround that comes back around to 5. So that's your 8-bar chord progression. I'll play it one more time around, and this time I'll play it in time with more of the feel of the song. 1, 5, 4, 1, 5, 1, turn around. So there's your 8-bar chord progression. And that, of course, will repeat over and over through the course of the song. Big Bill Broonzy's records start out with an intro. Let's see, I guess it's 4 bars. He starts from the 5. So there's 4 bars before you get into the progression, and then of course the progression repeats for the remainder of the song. A lot of the guys that play this song in Chicago may not necessarily do that intro. They might just start from the top of the progression and go from there. But if they are going to play the intro, they'll say from the 5, and then you know you're starting from that 5 change at the top for the intro. So let's look then at some of the different things that you can do with this chord progression. I'm playing kind of in the examples I've done so far, I'm playing kind of a standard left-hand pattern. That's one way you can play it. If you wanted to play more of a old-timey, traditional more of a country blues thing, you could play a stride pattern with your left hand. Putting the two hands together, you'd get something like. So that gives it more of a traditional or old-time feel. Now I'll go back and contrast that to playing the first left-hand feel that I demonstrated. So that's maybe more typically how a more modern band would play it, more electric Chicago blues band, although either left-hand style could work in that context. But the stride gives it a more traditional or old-time feel. The other thing to consider when you choose what you want to play in the chord progression, or how you want to play the chords on the piano, would be what you hear other members of the band doing. So in the original Bill Brunsey recording, there's no piano player on the record. When you play this live with a band on stage, you might have one guitar player or two guitar players. If one of them is playing this left-hand pattern, then you can double that with them, but you'll want to make sure that you're locked in tight rhythmically with your phrasing to match that really closely so that it sounds tight. Or you can play that stride pattern and not double the shuffle pattern with them. So you want to, be sure to listen to what's happening in context around you to decide what you want to play, either to match other instruments in the band or to do something different that complements those other instruments that you hear on the bandstand. I got the key to the highway, built out of bound to go. I'm going to leave here running, walking just most too slow. I'm going back to the border, where I'm building home. I'm going, haven't done nothing, drive a good man away from his home.